Ballet originated in the Italian Renaissance courts of the 15th century. When Catherine de' Medici of Italy married the French king Henry II, she introduced early dance styles into court life in France. Dancing masters taught the steps to the nobility, and the court participated in the performances. A century later, King Louis helped to popularize and standardize the art form. By 1661, a dance academy had opened in Paris, and in 1681, ballet moved from the courts to the stage. In the mid-1700s, French ballet master Jean-Georges Noverre introduced the themes of expression, drama, and relationship into ballet, laying the groundwork for narrative ballets of the 19th century. Choreographer and New York City Ballet founder George Balanchine, a Russian who emigrated to America, made some of the largest contributions to ballet during the 20th century, introducing what is now known as neoclassical ballet, an expansion on the classical form. Today, ballet is multifaceted. Classical forms, traditional stories, and contemporary choreographic innovations intertwine to produce the character of modern ballet. But what themes, if any, reveal the historical origins of ballet in the modern world? In what movements and aesthetics do we see traditional French court customs? And finally, is ballet truly the foundation of all forms of dance? University of Wisconsin Associate Professor of Dance Marlene Skog discusses the history of ballet and its modern manifestations.
It was for the aristocracy, by the aristocracy, and it was controlled at that time, later on controlled very much so by King Louis XIV. Europe was basically white, Caucasian, and so the culture formed around that, the dance culture formed around the established traditions and cultures and the way people moved in that area of the world.
But as Marlene points out, ballet has evolved and built on its historical foundations to include a variety of approaches and methods to its essential concepts, yielding a more progressive art form that is able to perceive societal changes and adapt with the times.
There is a foundation of ballet that doesn't change, but it's the technical foundation. It's recognized now as a system of movement and an aesthetic, not necessarily a specific demographic. The structure has just progressed to a totally different degree of what people can do today, how fast people can go, how speedy people can dance, how extreme the movement is right now. But the structure we still go back to that the same basic steps, the same basic concepts are there. The concepts have not changed. How we approach the concept, that has progressed.
But ballet isn't just about technique. For centuries, great ballet dancers have discussed the importance of artistry, a concept that has grown increasingly important since ballet's origination.
Even Noverre back in the 1700s was talking about artistry in ballet. And he said without it infusing what life is about, without ballet infusing what life is about, it becomes a dull and meaningless exercise. There are technicians who just want to whip off those pirouettes and bam, and that's exciting to watch because to see what the human body could do is really amazing. But then it becomes more of a drill and more of a competition and more of an exercise, rather than an artistic expression which emotes and tells a story about who we are.
Tracing the origins of ballet reveals a beautiful development of artistic expression and cultural adaptation. Yet, it is an art form that remains grounded in classical and historical tradition.